Welcome to my channel. Have you all been settled in the UK already? Have you passed 6 months already? Have you adjusted? So my topic today is how to register yourself to have a provisional driving license. The perks of having this provisional driver's license is that it is valid for 10 years. It can be a valid ID and a prerequisite if you need to apply for driver's license, your theory and your practical one. So as for me, I'm already more than 6 months. That's the minimum requirement staying here in the UK. So you can already apply for your provisional driving license. So let's start. First, you have to go to gov.uk because that is the trusted site for all of the UK application, etc., etc. Type in driving license, click on that, and then go to apply for your first provisional driving license. And then you can read all of those things, read it. I don't want to emphasize it here in the video already because it will take so much time. And then start now. Then continue. Do you have a Britain provisional license before? No for me, and no again because I don't have a UK passport. So apply using old online service. So this is where you will get a physical mail for the requirements that you have to submit. But we will do that part 2. I'll show you the part 2 when the letter comes back to me, okay? So let's just fill in whatever they are asking in this online application, so you will be guided. So yes, apply using old online services, and then it will give you another page. Make sure to never press the previous or next in your browser. You should be inside that website to click previous or next, okay? So they will just be asking you about the safety of the data transaction you'll be having. So click on next on that. Then they will ask you now all the data about you, your title, your name, your full name, and your date of birth and the country of origin. So just fill those up in and then click next. And after clicking next, they will ask you your house number, your postcode, etc. So for this one, you can press the postcode first and then click enter or click next, and it will show you a page of all the addresses in that postcode. Again, you are at least 6 months in the UK and you are valid to apply a provisional driving license. But if you are less than 3 years here in the UK, they will ask you another address. So what you will do, they will just show you add address. So if you will be adding address, just enter other ways to enter your address. So when that address is non-UK, so you have to do this, and then it will show you a page where you can choose a non-GB address. So that will be the one you will be clicking on, or that in case for mine. So in the country I have lived for, of course, back in the Philippines, and then I just stated there how many years I've been. So all my life, so I've just put in 30 years, things like that. So after that, they would ask you your mobile phone or home telephone, but it's not really mandatory to put in, but I just wanted to put in one. And then of course you put in, if you are married, you put in your surname when you were not married, or if you are still single, so just still put in what is your surname when you were born, what was your original one if you have changed. If not, then put in the same thing. And your mother's maiden name, so the last name of your mother when she was also still single. And then your place of birth, of course. Just put it all and then click next, and they will ask you your national insurance number. It's easier if you have your BRP on hand because you will be having your NI number at the back of your BRP ID. Next would be your passport number. So again, If you are not a UK resident or you don't have a UK passport, this is not mandatory. They would understand, as you can read in there the instruction. Just click next because it will just go past that page because you don't have one and you don't know what to enter in that part. After that, you will be asked if you have lived in another country for the last 12 months. As for me, I am already more than a year in here and I haven't went home for the past 12 months, so I just clicked no. And then, are you currently disqualified from driving? So of course not. So my answer would be no, and then click next. And then you can now be asked if you can meet the legal eyesight standard. I am using glasses most of the time, so I just click yes, of course, in that because I'm not blind or anything. Then in the second question, they would really just ask you if you are wearing glasses to meet that standard. And of course, I ticked a yes in that. Next would be asking you any medical conditions you have. Gladly, thank God, I am not diagnosed with any medical conditions. So if you have one of these, just declare it. But as for me, I don't have, so I just clicked next. So it will just ask you that you have confirmed that you do not suffer blah 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 blah. So confirm that one and click next. And then before you can proceed, there is no next button in this. They are asking regarding your organ donation. So as for me, I have always been wanting to donate my organs if in case there is. Yeah, you get that. So it's up to you if you don't want to do that. There is an option that you don't want to donate. There is also an option that you can decide later after you have your provisional license already. So it's up to you. But for me, I don't want to prolong things, and I am already decided that I will have organ donation. But you really have to choose because there's nothing to proceed if you will not choose one of these options. I will choose that yes, I want to join the organ donation, and then it will pop you up with which organs you wanted to donate if you're donating, and I just take any of them. Then they will ask you your email address, confirm your email address. Next is by confirming all you have answered are all correct and valid and true and etc. So just tick the box. Then it will show you all the information you have written in there. Review them properly, that spelling is not wrong, there is no typo error, so just review it. Then when you click next, it will show you now the payment method. So you can pay through credit card or a debit card, and it is worth 34 pounds. So after that, they will send you a message. They will give you your application reference number, save that, and then they will give you now an email regarding your transaction. And you will be given an instruction that they will be giving a letter and etc. for more requirements that they want to get from you. So stay tuned. I will upload this part 2 of when the letter will be received. So we will all go through it together, hand in hand, mga kabayan. So I hope you have at least consider yourself of having a provisional driving license. Again, it is valid for 10 years. It is a prerequisite when you needed your theory and your practical test, and it can be a valid ID. So it's not a loss to have one. Have a nice day and see you next time.
This is again Mrs. Felina Capuzzo trying to pay it forward. Please subscribe.